Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to talk a little bit about communicating with our students' parents. Now, I have a philosophy about this and I base it on the way relationships are established and how they continue in China. So I think it's important for us to think about that when we're in the classroom with our students. So number one, when you get into a sticky situation, what do you think you should do? Lots of people have different philosophies on this. There may not be one specific way that is perfect or the best thing to do, but I will give you an example of how I handle it from the cultural background perspective. If I have a student that is new to me, I don't say much of anything in the classroom or to the parents about behavior. Now, why? The reason I do that is because I want to establish a communication line and a relationship with those parents. Sometimes these kids can do things in classrooms that the parents don't see. It gets by them, or they won't see it until much later if they happen to look at the playback. So I don't immediately dive on to a problem situation in the classroom. Now, I'm not talking about very bad situations in the classroom. I'm just talking about behaviors. And, oh, the student is not listening to me in class. The student is playing with the camera. The student has a toy in class. I might gently correct all through the classroom time with them. Oh, come back to me. Oh, I might use my stickers to try to get their attention. I will do some different things in my classroom to engage them, to get their attention. But I'm not going to immediately, boom, right to mom and dad and say, oh, Baba was bad today. I won't do that because I want to work on my relationship with that parent first. Why? In China, relationships are huge. They're a really, really big deal. So it's a great thing for you to first establish a rapport with the parent and the student and show them who's boss, kind of, maybe. Show them you are ready to run that classroom and you don't. So how do I fix the problems in the classroom? First line of defense is your LP. Use the LP. Now, there's that little fun box at the bottom of the feedback section that is a note to the LP. Use it. Let the LP know what's going on in the classroom. The reason I say that is because in China, sometimes some bad or negative news delivered via someone else is the way to go. In China, they don't just go face to face with somebody and say, hey, this is a problem. They will call someone else and have them deliver the bad news. So the relationship between the two primary people stays comfortable and intact. The other person is effectively your bad guy. Now, we have the LPs for just this reason. They are watching classes. They are reading all of our feedback, all of it. They are reading all of our teacher-to-teacher feedback as well and seeing what we're saying about these students and how we can handle them and help them. And then they're delivering the positive and negative news to the parents. Now, often I hear teachers say, but I wrote a note to the LP and nothing changed. Hold on. That doesn't mean that LP hasn't said something. That doesn't mean that the parent isn't aware. That just means they are working through the problem behind the scenes. Now, give them time. 1, 2, or maybe even 3 times is not enough, quite frankly. We have an LP who is reading hundreds of feedbacks and hundreds of notes from teachers. So we need to give them time to accumulate a lot of different notes, take a look at the scenario. What is this teacher saying? What is this teacher saying? Connect it together and then talk to the parents. It takes time, guys. It's not overnight. So I first do that, and then I do it again, and then I do it again. I do that 3 times before I say anything to the parent. All the while in class, I'm talking to Bao Bao and reminding him, oh, put that away. Oh, listen, listen. And I'm gently just talking to him like I would any other student. I then craft a message to the parent in feedback that says, I have been working with your student on this or this, but it would help me if Bao Bao would listen to the teacher and respond or give me a full sentence, or if Bao Bao would put away his toys and sit at a desk to take his class. It would help if Bao Bao would be at a seat with his iPad. This helps us to have a very good class together, and it helps us to have an environment that will allow him to learn. Connect it always from a problem to a solution. Give them a solution and then give that same solution in the feedbacks to the LP. Now, I have had multiple times when I have had issues with students, and let me tell you, it has taken maybe 2, 3, or 4 weeks worth of classes before we got this problem solved. Now, after I have talked to the LP 3 times, and then I have given feedback to the parents on multiple occasions, then I do something more in class. It is then that I'll talk a little bit more directly with that student, and I'll be a little bit firmer in my response. So first I start off gentle. All the while in the background, I'm having these comments with the LP. And then I am mentioning it to the parents, and then I'm saying it on camera, okay? I am saying, oh, Bao Bao, you're not listening to the teacher. Oh, listen to the teacher, okay? All the while, I am mentioning it carefully to the student. And then I get a little bit firmer with the student. So I'm having conversations with the LP in the background, and then I'm having some conversations with the parents via feedback, and then I'm really getting direct with the student in class. So this helps me to establish myself in the classroom with the students and with the parents. I don't come in already to just, boom, nail him for something he did wrong. I'm careful about how I slowly move myself into that role with the parent and the student. I think the best reason for this is because communication in China is done first behind the scenes. It's not like a straight arrow, boom, immediately shot to them. That's not the way they do their business in China. And so I think we need to do our business that way as well. And my last reason for that is this. First, I just want to show myself capable. I'm not being a doormat in class, okay? So I'm not just taking everything and ignoring it. I'm first and foremost working to teach, working to engage, working potentially to bring them back to me, but I'm not doing it with a heavy hand initially. But after time, I have showed, I've tried with the LP, I've tried with the parent, and now I'm going to get firmer in class. And then I have found that when I start to get firmer in class, mom jumps into the scene and starts to take over and help with that. And I've seen some of the suggestions that I have made become implemented. I think at the end of the day, we have to be patient. This communication takes time and attention. We have to cultivate those relationships with the parents, the students, and our LPs, okay? Give them time. Now, I should add in here one thing. There will always be times when we just have students that are checked out, and messages to the LPs and messages to the parents, and nothing seems to work. Ask yourself some questions. How are you working to go above and beyond to engage that student in the classroom? What have you been doing as far as work behind the scenes with the LP and with the parents? And then at the end of the day, there are just some students that are going to be difficult to deal with in the classroom. And we have to just keep being honest. Guys, keep being honest. It's okay to be honest. First, establish a relationship with the parent and the communication between the parent and you and the LP and the student. And then just be honest. Parents appreciate honesty. 9 times out of 10, a parent is going to respond to a teacher who has been working hard to make sure that their student is being educated properly. Give them patience, work together as a team to get the job done. What about you? What have you been doing in the classroom? What's helping you to deal with problems in your classroom and good communication with the parents? As always, like, comment, and subscribe below. Let me know what is working for you and what questions do you have. I'm anxious to hear how it's going in your classrooms and your communication with parents and LPs. Thanks so much, guys. Have a great day.